Good morning. Today we learn bitwise operators. In the last sessions, we discussed about the what is an operator, what are the different types of operators, what are the arithmetic operators and relational operators, different assignment operators. In the previous sessions, we worked on these operators. These operators are used to work on the numerical data types and the character data types. Now today we are going to discuss on the bitwise operators. These are works on bit level. As you know that the bit is either 0 or 1 is called a bit. The machine language is in the form of zeros and ones only. As you know that computer is a electronic device. It accepts the input data and processes the data and gives the output. These operations are performed in the bit level only. Computer can understand only the machine language because the power has the two states. One is the on, second state is the off. In the memory, we store these two types of data 0 or 1. The computer can understand only the machine language that is in the form of zeros and ones. We can also call it as a binary language. Today we are going to learn the bitwise operators. These operators are works on bit level. We can delete a bit, we can add a bit, we can add the two numbers at bit level, we can subtract the two numbers at bit level. We will perform these operations, bit level operations, by using the bitwise operators. Bitwise operators are used to manipulate data at bit level, as you discussed now. Bitwise data manipulations are mission dependent. Because some of the missions accept 16 word length, some of the missions accept 32-bit word length. That's why it is the mission dependent. Storing booleans efficiently, we can store the data efficiently. Communicating directly with the hardware. While you are working with the arithmetic operators or relational operators, we can't communicate. We will communicate with the hardware, but we can't directly communicate. We will use the arithmetic operators or relational operators with required operands. These operands are in the form of either English or any other language. We read English The operands also either in the form of English or numerical data types. These data types are converted into the machine language, and after converting the data into the machine language, then it performs the required operation. We are not communicating directly with the hardware, but while you are using the bitwise operators, we will communicate directly with hardware. Work on integer operands only. These bitwise operators works on integer operands only. This is the important point. Now we will see the bitwise operators. Number one, double greater than symbol. This operator is used in C language for right shift. As it is a bitwise operator, it is called as a right shift. Double greater than symbol. Single greater than symbol is used as a relational operator. Double less than symbol is used to left shift the data. It is called the left shift operator. Number 3, cap. We call it as a cap. We used it in bitwise operator. It is called as a exclusive OR. Fourth, tilde operator. It is called as ones complement. To perform ones complement operation, we use the tilde operator. Fifth, ampersand. As you know the ampersand, we use this ampersand for address of operator in printf and scanf statements functions. In expressions, we use it as a bitwise AND operator. Sixth, OR, bitwise OR operator. To perform OR operation at bit level, we use single pi symbol. Now we will see the hierarchy of the bitwise operators. Serial number, operator, priority, associativity. Number 1, tilde operator. This is used in the bitwise operator for performing ones complement operation. It has highest priority and it has the right to left associativity. Number 2, left shift and right shift as the second priority. It left to right associativity. Number 3, AND operator. It has the third priority. It left to right associativity. Number 4th priority, cap. This is used as a exclusive OR operation. It has the fourth priority. It is left to right associativity. Fifth one, OR operation, pi operator. We priority 5, it has left to right associativity. This is the hierarchy of the bitwise operators. Ones complement, first priority, left shift and right shift is the second priority, and operator is the third priority, exclusive OR is the fourth priority, OR operator is the fifth priority. While you are evaluating the expressions, the C compiler will follow these priorities. Now we will see a truth table. A, B as the inputs, operands. Then in the third column is the OR operation A or B. Fourth column indicating A and B AND operation. Fifth column A cap B, A exclusive or B. Observe this truth table. When input A and B are high, 1 and 1, values are 1, bits are 1, OR operation will give output 1. AND operation will give output 1. Exclusive OR operation will give 0. As you know that OR gate, AND gate, exclusive OR gate. OR gate will give the input 1 when any one of the input equals to 1. The second AND operator. AND gate or AND operation will give 1, output 1 when both inputs are 1. Coming to the exclusive OR gate, exclusive OR operation, either any one of the input is high, it gives output 1. If both inputs are 0 and both inputs are high, the resultant value equals to 0. These are the three operations: OR operation, AND operation, and exclusive OR operation. Once again, I am repeating the operations. OR operation, OR will give the output high or 1 when any one of the input equals to 1. The OR will give the output 1. AND operation, any both operations are both operands are 1, then it gives the output 1. Exclusive OR operation, it gives output 1 when any one of the input is 1. It gives output 1. And remember one more point, if both inputs are 0, it returns 0. If both inputs are 1, it returns output 1. Now we will see the truth table regarding these three operators. 1 0, second row, the inputs are 1 0. As for the OR operation, any one of the input is 1, output equals to 1, and output equal to 0 or 1. Third row, A equals to 0 b equals to 1, then if you perform OR operation, you will get 1. If you perform AND operation, you will get 0. If you perform exclusive OR operation, you will get the result 1. The fourth term, both inputs are 0. A equals to 0, B equals to 0. In the OR operation, the output equals to 0. In the AND operation, the output equals to 0. In the exclusive OR operation, the output equals to 0. This is the truth table of OR gate, OR operation, AND operation, and exclusive OR operation. While you are performing the bit level operations, it performs the operations at bit level. Now we are seeing the truth table of bit level. Each bit, if A bit equal to 1, B bit equals to 1, the outputs are OR gate will returns 1, OR operation will returns 1, AND operation will returns 1, exclusive OR operation will return 0. This is the truth table of the 3 bitwise operators. Now we will see the left shift operation, how it will work when we use the left shift operation. Left shift, the name itself, the operator indicating moving towards left side, shifting all bits left by a certain amount. The left shift operator moves the bits left side. How many times, how many bits we need to move? We must give a certain number. Syntax, if you see the syntax, you can understand how it will do. Operator 1 and operand 1 and operand 2 are required. It shifts bits of operand 1 left by distance of operand 2. The left shift operator shifts the bits of specified to the left shift operator right side. Here, if you observe the syntax of the left shift operator, for this left shift operator, left side we will write the operand. In the right side, we will write the number of bits to shift. The left shift operator will shift the number of bits specified in the right side. The rightmost bits which are shifted filled with 0 bits. After shifting the specified number of bits left side, the empty cells, the rightmost bits are filled with 0 bits. Remember, here left shift operator is used to shift the bits left side. It moves the bits left side of specified number of times. That number is specified right side of the left shift operator. After moving these bits left side, the rightmost bits which are shifted is filled with zeros. Now we will see one example, then you can understand. Int I comma j, we are declaring two integer variables. I equals to 13 and j is equal to I left shift 2. Here I value is we declared as integer, I and j as declared as integer numbers, and I value is initialized 13. Now in the third instruction, j equals to I left shift by 2 semicolon. It is a one expression j equals to I left shift 2. The left shift operator will shift the I value 2 bits. Now we will see what is the resultant value. This first of all, the compiler will convert the I value 13 into the binary value. Here the word length is 16 bits. The 13 is converted into 16 bits binary format. The leftmost bits are zeros. Actual 13 value in the binary form 1101. This is the equivalence to the 13 decimal number. This is the binary format of binary equivalent of the decimal 13. Now when the compiler executes j equals to I left shift 2, the I value is left shifted, moves the 2 bits left side. Here these 2 bits zeros are added after shifting the bits. These 2 bits 0 bits are added. If you compare the values in the cells bitwise, the most significant bits are zeros. If you observe from the least significant bit, in the previous case before left shift operation, the I value is 13. In the left least significant bit 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 up to most significant bit. We are in the third instruction, we are performing the left shift operation. That's why it is moves the bits left side. It is moves the bits left side and it ignores the loss of bits left side. Here the 1 is shifted to, in the 0th position 1 is shifted to second position. The 0 is shifted to third position. 1 is shifted to fourth position, fifth position. Like that, the bits are left shifted. How many times? 2 times. First time and second time. 2 bits are left shifted. The right side bits are filled with zeros here. This is the left shift operation. Now the j value is actual decimal value of 110100 is 53. The I value is 13, j value is 53 because we are performed left shift operation. We performed left shift operations. Now we will see the right shift operation. Similar to the left shift, the bits are moved to right side and the right side bits are ignored. The left side we will fill with the zeros. Shifting all bits right by a certain amount. The syntax is operator 1 and right shift operator operand 2. Operand 1, right shift operator operand 2. The shifts bits of operand 1 right by distance of operand 2. It is similar to the left shift operator. The leftmost bits are which are shifted filled with 0 bits. Example, same example we will observe declaring the I value and j value variables. I equals to 13, j equals to I right shift 2. This is the before right shift, the I value is 13. After right shift, j value is this one. In the previous case, the bits are moved to left side. Now in this case, we are using the right shift operator. The bits are moved to right side. In the previous case, the bits are in the left shift operator. The bits are moved to left side, and in the right side we added zeros. We filled with zeros. Now in the right shift operator, we are moving the bits right side and we are filling the empty cells with zeros. Now the value of the right shift operator, the value sir I equals to 13, j equals to 3 only. This is the right shift operation. Now we will see the AND operator, bitwise AND. We we used logical AND operation. It is also similar to the logical AND operation, but we are performing the AND operation at bit level. In the logical AND operation, we use this logical AND operation while you are evaluating the expressions. Both conditions are true. For checking both conditions at a time, we use the logical AND. Here, the bitwise AND operation we are using to perform AND operation at bit level. The syntax is operand 1 and operand 2. We'll see one example. Int I equals to 21, comma j equals to 56. Two variables are declared and these values are initialized. I equals to 21, j equals to 56. In the second line, we declared one more variable, int k is equal to I and j. I and j. Now we will see how this logic bitwise AND operation works on I and j. The number I value is 21, that is converted into the binary format. The value is 10101. This is the binary format, and the J value is 56. The 56 is in the binary format 111 000 If you perform the bitwise AND operation, it performs bit level. It performs AND operation at bit level. Here, two numbers are converted into the binary format. After converting the numbers into binary format, it performs AND operation bit level. Here, at 0th level, I value 1, J value 0. 1 and 0, the resultant value is 0. Second bit 0 and 0, the value is 0. At third level, third bit 1 0, the AND operation will get the resultant 0. The fourth one 0 1, it performs AND operation, it returns 0. At fifth level 1 and 1, it gives the answer 1. At sixth level 0 1, it returns 0. The remaining bits all are zeros. The remaining bits all are zeros in J. Then we will get the resultant value, all are zeros only. After performing the large bitwise AND operation, the resultant value is 10000. It is equivalent to the decimal value is 16. The decimal value is 16. We entered I value is 21, J value is 56. If you perform the bitwise AND operation to the I and J, we got 16. This is the resultant value. In this way, we will perform the AND operation. Now we will see bitwise OR operation. Here I value equals 21, J value is 56, K is equal I or J. These I value and J values are converted into binary format. After converting binary values, the compiler will perform the OR operation on each bit of the two operands, operand 1 and operand 2. As we discussed, OR operation, OR operator will return 1 when any one of the input is 1. Here I value equals to 21, 10101, J value is 56, 111 After performing the OR operation, we got 111101. Here, if you observe the OR operation at first level, first bit 1010, the resultant value is 1. Second level 00, the resultant value is 0. Third level 10, the resultant value is 1. Fourth level 01, the resultant value is 1. Fifth level, the input values are 1 and 1, output is 1. Sixth level 0 and 0 are 1, resultant value 1. The remaining all values are zeros. then we will get zeros only. After performing the OR operation, the K value is 61 in decimal number. Now we will see the exclusive OR operation. The XOR operation, the syntax is operand 1 XOR cap operand 2. I equals to 21, j equals to 56. We will take the same numbers. K is equal to I XOR j. When we execute this instruction, the input values are converted to binary format. After converting, it performs the XOR operation. XOR operation will return the output 1 when any one of the input is 1. Any one of the input is 1. And if both inputs are same, it returns 0. Either both inputs are 1 or both inputs are 0, it returns 0 only. Here we will see the 21 value is 10101. J is equal to 56, that is converted into binary format. The value is 111000. Now we will see the XOR operation. At first bit level, first bit 1 XOR 0, it returns 1. Second bit 0 XOR 0, it returns 0. Third bit, third level 1 XOR 0, it returns 1. Fourth level 0 XOR 1, it returns 1. Fifth bit, at fifth position 1 XOR 1. As per the XOR rule, XOR operation, it returns 0 because both inputs are I and both inputs are 0, then it returns the 0 only. Sixth level 0 XOR 1, it returns 1. The remaining all bits of in the I and the J are 0. It returns all bits are 0 only. After performing the XOR operation on I and J, the K value is 45. I value is 21, J value is 56, K value is 45. Now we will see bitwise ones complement. Before going to the ones complement, you must know the what is the ones complement. To perform a ones complement, we require only one operand. What is the meaning of ones complement? Ones complement means modifying the zeros into ones and ones into zeros of a number is called a ones complement. Once again, I am repeating, modifying the bits of a number, zeros into ones and ones into zeros is called a ones complement operation. For this operation, only one operand is required. Tilde operator plus operand 1. Now we will see the example. I is equal to 21. K is equal to 1's complement of I. In the I we stored 21. We initialized I value as 21. K is equal to 1's complement of I. Now observe this figure. As per the definition, converting the bits zeros into ones and ones into zeros is called the ones complement. In the I, the values are 1 0 1 0 1. After performing the ones complement, the K value is equal to 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 0. All left side bits are modified as ones, and wherever the 1 is there, that bit is converted to 0. As for the figure, as shown the figure in this, the first bit, least significant side, the first bit is 1. Here in the K, the bit is modified as 0. Second bit is 0, that is modified as 1. Third bit is 1, that is modified into 0. Fourth bit is 0, that is modified as 1. Fifth bit is 1, that is modified into 0. And sixth bit onwards up to most significant bit, all zeros. Here in the K, these all bits are modified as 1. After performing the ones complement, the K value is 65,514. This is the ones complement. In the same manner, we have in the binary number system, we have 2's complement. The 2's complement is adding 1. After performing the ones complement, to find out a 2's complement of a number, we will perform the ones complement. After performing the ones complement, we will add 1 to the resultant of the ones complement. We will get 2's complement. These are the examples for the bitwise operators. Up to now, we discussed the left shift and right shift operators. The AND, OR, XOR, ones complement operators. The bitwise operators are used to manipulate data at bit level. System programming can be developed by using the bit level operators. Now we will see some questions related to this topic. What is the result of 16 left shift 2? Can you guess the answer? 8 A8 B 32 C 64. Whenever you performs the left shift operation, the value is increased because we are moving the bits left side and adding the zeros, filling the zeros at right side. Then the value increased. Value may be raised. We are here we are performing two shifts, two levels. We are moving the bits two times, left shifting two times. So the value is raised two times. 16, 32 first time, second time, that is 32 is multiplied with 2, 64. Whenever you perform the left shift operation, the value is increased, raised by 2. If you perform left shift operation for 32, then the value becomes 64 one time. If you perform two times, then the value becomes 128. The second question, what is the result of 16 right shift 2? Whenever you perform the right shift operation, the value is divided by 2. In the left shift operation, the value is multiplied by 2. Here, the value is divided by 2. 16 right shift 2, 2 times, the value is 8, 4. First time it becomes 8, second shift it becomes 4. The answer is 4. The third question, what is the value of 10 and 7? 10 and 7. First, it is converted into the binary number and performs the bit level AND operation. The value is 2. Okay, thank you.